We were over what we would normally budget.
To a lower cost of living city, and that's how we save money.
To give you an idea of what it might take to do a little slow travel.
Away we go traveling.
Welcome back. It's been a little while since we've done an expenses video, so here we are. Although we're doing an expenses video for a place that we're not.
Right.
Enjoy downtown Orlando. So for this month, we are doing our expenses for our 47 days that we spent in St. Louis, Missouri, to sort of give you an idea of what it might take to do a little slow travel in St. Louis over sort of the, December,
It was around,
January timeframe?
It's December and January,
Yep.
47 days across. And we had a few expensive months going through this last year of full-time travel. So we tried to bring this back down to a lower cost of living city. And that's how we save money and keep full-time travel affordable.
All right, first up, as always, we're going to do our accommodations for the month. And again, 47 days. We were in a furnished finder, which is similar to Airbnb, but it's really more targeted towards traveling nurses. They have a minimum of a 1-month stay. So in our case, we were there for 47 days. And it was a total of $2,900. So it was $61.70 per day, which I don't think is bad at all.
$61.71.
Right.
Okay.
I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, no. For housing, it's not bad at all.
Right.
So it was around $1,900 if you want to do it like for a month by month to kind of get a better mindset of that. So $1,900 for the place, fully furnished, all the utilities, not bad.
Yeah.
So our next category that we track is our transportation. This was all of our gas, our tolls. We did some public transportation on the St. Louis light rail called Metrolink, a few things like that. And the total for that was $650.37.
I think it's a little higher than normal for us, but we had a lot of
Really?
driving. It was Christmas time. We spent a lot of time going around and doing some things. We filmed some stuff and went and saw a lot of people, it's that kind of year where you meet up with people and do things. So it was a lot of driving. We had some tolls, I think, on the way in when we covered it.
to get there.
Getting to St. Louis. So it was a little bit pricier, but I think on average, we're pretty close, I think.
It was 47 days of gas, mostly.
Mostly gas. All right, next up, my least favorite category, because it's always so ugly. It's our eating out, drinking out, coffee shops, fast food, any of that stuff kind of roll it all into one category. For these 47 days, it was $1,455,
Ooh.
which is definitely higher than it has been.
Yes.
Recently, we were getting really good for a while, and then we kind of ramped it back up.
Well, a lot of that is because St. Louis is where we have a lot of family and friends. So that was, especially at Christmas, it's going out and buying meals with people to catch up. It's buying meals for holidays.
Yep.
It was going out to have coffee, dinner, whatever, with a lot of people that we wanted to catch up with.
We actually had a lot of those.
Yeah.
I think definitely more than usual, and that certainly added to the total. We also did some pop-ups, the Christmas pop-ups.
Oh, Christmas pop-up.
So we did some for science, visiting the Christmas pop-ups, the cocktail boat, that added some to the total. So it was higher, but it wasn't outrageous, I don't think, for the time frame.
Especially for the holidays. And New Year's Eve was in there, and a few other things. Yeah. I think for the holiday time frame, that wasn't horrible.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah. So the next category we track is our groceries. And again, being that we full-time travel, we try to stay in places with a full kitchen so we can cook our own food, buy the groceries to do that, so that it keeps our expenses a little bit lower. So our total for groceries for these 47 days was $854. Again, that covered a lot of holiday stuff, buying holiday groceries to go make some holiday meals with family. Some things that we had some dinners where we went over to a friend's house and did some things with them by buying food and making it there together. So, it was a little higher, but it could have been a lot worse had we eaten out that same amount of food.
It's probably pretty close to in line with what we normally do, maybe a little higher. But in general, we did a really good job of eating in a lot. Kara spent some time this month and figured out that AI does some great meal planning. So she did some AI meal planning, and it gave us a whole bunch of things. So we went and spent a whole bunch of money when we got there and got a whole bunch of meal prep done for a whole month. So that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun. We got a whole bunch of new stuff that we ate this month.
Who knew? Jim and I can make you a meal plan. It was great. And a shopping list.
Yeah. Next up, we just have our household and personal items. So things we kind of had to replace just from living full-time on the road. We spent $145. I think that was mainly like, paper towels and cleaning supplies, just normal stuff that you end up buying those cycle because obviously we travel with it whenever we have them. We use it till it's gone, and then we get new stuff when we have to. So some months it's really, really low, and some months it's a little higher. I don't know. This is probably right in line, but you're going to have some amount of things you got to purchase. It's no big deal.
Yeah, if you're doing the slow travel method. If we were going faster travel, which this coming year we're going to do faster travel, rely a lot more heavily on hotels where they have all that stuff. You don't need it. But we slow travel, spend about a month in each place. So we do have to supply dish soap and paper towels and things for ourselves.
Yep.
Our next category is entertainment. Again, we were there for the holidays, so we did a couple things. St. Louis has a really great hockey team, the Blues, so we got discounted tickets for that.
Yep.
And we went to the Missouri Botanical Garden holiday lights spectacular something. It was really cute. Got a video of that too. So it was $68.50 total. So it wasn't too bad. We did a few fun things.
No, St. Louis has a lot of great free things. So if you're going to be slow traveling in St. Louis, there's so much free stuff to do there.
Right.
Your entertainment budget is actually going to be pretty low. So that's really good for us. So that brings our total for the month for our St. Louis related expenses to $6,072.87, which is, I think, pretty much in line. It was a little higher than it would normally be in St. Louis because of the added things, but I think that's pretty good for us. That's a pretty good month. You know, as Kara mentioned earlier, we had a few higher costs of living places earlier this year, so we knew we were trying to balance that out with some of the lower ones, and that's what that did for us. So that was great. I think that was a total of $129.21 a day. That's really good, I think.
I mean, it's pretty good, especially, again, even though we have family and friends in St. Louis, it is definitely a lower cost of living city. So that is a perfect place for us to go back, spend a little time with the people we love, and save the money to keep funding the rest of our year of travel.
Yep. Okay, so for things that are not St. Louis related, but are related to our full-time travel, we've got several expenses this month that we don't normally have. So this will be a good month to sort of pay attention and figure out, okay, if I'm going to be full-time traveling, these are things I got to pay attention to and watch out for. So first up, this is normal. Our phone, $97.50, same as every month. The next one, though, our category of postage and shipping and our mailbox. So we pay for the mailbox yearly, and that's $199. So for this month, we had a total of $265 for our postage, shipping, and mailbox because that renewed in January. So that covers us for the entire year for our traveling mailbox that we use. And again, we'll link that in the description if you're interested in traveling mailbox. It's been fantastic.
Very much.
All of our mail goes there. They PDF scan it. You have an app that works really well. You open it. You view your mail in PDF, you have them shred it, you can have them send it to you, whatever you want to do. It's been remarkably convenient.
It's a really great service, and it's been so invaluable to us on the road.
And it'll be like, I don't know, $15 or $20 a month. It's whatever it is.
It's worth it.
It's amazing, and I love it. But that's an expense you got to work on a yearly basis. It happened to hit for us in January.
So another cost we have that is not related to the location where we stay is our streaming services. We tend to bounce back and forth between different TV streaming services, depending on what shows we're watching. We have things like Pandora for music, and we also pay for YouTube Premium because one of the big benefits is no commercials on YouTube. So
nice.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. So it's $40.
That's pretty normal for us.
Yeah.
And that goes up or down on different months, depending on what streaming services you want. That's up to you. Okay, last up for this month, we have another huge expense that is related to full-time travel, not related to St. Louis, and sort of optional as well. If you're full-time traveling, you don't have to do this, but this is typically seen as a really good idea. So this month, IHG had their 100% point sale. So essentially, you buy points from IHG normally at 1 cent per point, which is how they value them. So when you look at room prices, usually when you go to book a room, it's about 1 cent per point. During the 100% sales, you get double the amount of points that you would normally buy. So essentially, you're buying them at a half a cent per point. So whenever those sales come up, we buy as many as we can. So for this month, I think it was 200,000 you could buy. So we bought 200,000 points. That was $2,000. And we got 400,000 points. And that's what we'll put to use this year when we're traveling through the rest of the country in IHG. I think we've already used 375,000 of those for the year, maybe booking all the hotels, but it covers all of the hotels for that whole time frame. So it's a complete no-brainer for us. It's a very inexpensive way to get additional hotel points.
Because we know we're going to be staying that. We have our plans for much faster travel for the next, at least until September that we know about. It's going to be a lot of hotels, so this is going to come in really handy.
And just as a side note, if you don't know, when you book hotels with points, especially as a full-time traveler, you get a couple of advantages. Number one, you can cancel up to the day before and get all your points back. We don't have to worry about having non-refundable nights if you're doing something and you want to change your plans. You're not paying any taxes. So when you book a hotel with cash, usually you're going to pay the rate plus you're going to pay sales taxes. Well, because you're paying in points, there are no taxes because there's no room charge. So it saves you a couple of different charges. So having those points purchased in advance saves you a ton of money later on. So that was this month. We had a purchase of those points, and if they have another sale this year, we'll do it again.
So our total for our non-location related expenses for this last set, which was 47 days, is $2,402.50.
Yeah. Obviously, the bulk of that being our points, but
exactly.
Put those to good use. So I'm not worried about that at all.
Right. We're prepaying for the travel that we know we have coming up in the next few months.
Right. So for this month, we were over what we would normally work on for a budget, but we know that's sort of being amortized out for the rest of the year.
Right.
It's no big deal.
More or less half price hotel rooms as we go forward.
Right. So hopefully that gave you an idea of what it might cost you to spend 47 days. Not that you're going to spend 47 days in St. Louis, but if you do, you're welcome. But it would, you can amortize that out across a month and you get an idea of what you're looking at. It's a very reasonable place to spend a month and lots to do, especially in the summer.
Very much. Go in the summer.
Thanks for watching.
Happy traveling.